to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world, known as the Miracle Man, introducing Daniel Jacobs.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. And there's the bell to start the round. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. The straight right just misses. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Switch southpaw.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They're both trying for a knockout. Got him with a left jab. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice idea, and that hook lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford...
They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just missed with that hook. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness.
That's it, nice and smooth. Stay there now.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Can't find a home with that jab.
Okay, it's not working. It's not working. With southpaw.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And caught him with a left hook. Only catching air with that hook. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
So close with that uppercut.
Okay, let's reset. Switch stance.
You don't want to trade shots. Miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
He's knackered. Just
Work behind the jab and then get your shots in. Don't
confidence. He's going to be stretching out his gas tank now. Keep whacking into the body.
just keep on top of him and don't let him back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank. Now keep whacking him to the body. Every time he takes a big deep breath, bang.
To this fight is so important now that in the first minute of this next round,
He's on his last legs. Don't let him back into the fight.
and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on, you got this.
Keep him busy with a jab. Work behind the jab. And then get your shots in.
Back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be...
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Every time you see him get a big deep breath, bang him downstairs. Jab him downstairs.
Let's do it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Ignore it, ignore it.
You'd like to see more jabs. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
Don't let him get in your head. That's it. Stick to what you're doing.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Misses with the jab. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
First minute of the next round, you get on top of him. Keep him big.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now.
Don't let him get back into the fight. Come on, you got this. Don't let him...
It's so important now that in the first minute of this next round, you get on top of
Let
him.
him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank. Now keep whacking him to the body. Every time he takes a big deep breath, bang one downstairs. Just jab him downstairs, stop him from getting that big deep...
Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be
The fight is now important now that in the first minute of the next round,
taking away that air. Every time you see him get a big deep breath, bang him down.
he shots in. Don't let him get back into the fight. Come on, you got this.
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so...
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
He's going to be stressing about his gas tank.
Work him behind the jab and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
This isn't one yet.
Not a lot of punch output. Froch in trouble.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him.
And finally, Carl Froch goes down.
I've seen many shots like that. A simple short shot. Put the fighter down.
Are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
You'd like to see more jabs. We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far. And that hook scores.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to fight.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. Just
Work behind the jab and then get your shots in. Don't
confidence. He's going to be stretching out his gas tank now. Keep whacking him to the body.
Just keep on top of him and don't let him back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank. Now keep whacking him to the body. Every time he takes a big deep breath,
Bang to this fight. It's so important now that in the first minute of this next round,
he's on his last legs. Don't let him back into the fight.
and then let your shots go. Don't let him get back into this fight. Come on, you got this.
Keep him busy with a jab. Work behind the jab and then get your shots in.
Back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be...
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
On top of him and don't let him back into the fight.
Every time you see him get a big deep breath, bang him downstairs. Jab him downstairs.
And there's the bell to start the round. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with him?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The jab doesn't quite connect. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know. Oh no, Carl Froch got caught.
Bambi legs are kicking in. Let's look at those legs. The legs have gone.
He had his moment, but has it gone by?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Missing with the frog, seeing cobweb. Good for him to get back up on his feet, but is he just a glutton for punishment?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Relax, come on.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Beautiful counter. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got... So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
This is a high-octane battle. You'd like to see more jabs.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you still want to fight?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.